I remember my first time in Selangor training center.
Okay, I think so right now you play in Brazil League, like Brazil League. So you also play
Yeah.
on in China, in Dubai, in Malaysia. So how you can describe between National League and other league that you play?
Malaysian league is very nice and good league, and to compare it with Brazil is completely different. Brazil is more tough. It's really tough to be successful in Brazil, but in China, in my time, was very difficult to play because there was many players from Brazil, many players from Europe. So I play against Hulk, against Fellaini from Manchester United, against good players from Brazil as well. So I not play against Cannavaro, but I play against the Cannavaro team. So his mentality is completely different from the Chinese. So it was very tough to play. But Malaysian League actually is my plan of career is to back to Malaysia. And it's the dream of my family. My family really loves Malaysia, and we plan to get back as soon as possible. And we miss this kind of league. Comparing with Dubai UAE league, Malaysia is much better. Much better. There's many quality players in Malaysia. You can find it. And I see it. Nobody told me. I see it. So, and then they have more commitment with the football. So this was interesting.
So before you left Selangor and you come back to the Brazil, maybe you get any offer from national team?
We was talking with Sabah.
Oh, okay.
But we didn't go ahead. But because some kind of problems in the club, so I needed to decide my life because I couldn't wait for some club, and I just accept offer to back to Brazil. But I back to Brazil to be fit, to be in shape in a good league, to when I get the opportunity to back to Malaysia, be in shape to do that.
Because you say Brazil is hard to play, right? So I read one statement from Oscar, the player Brazil now play in China. They said,
Yeah,
if you want to get a chance or opportunity to third division, also hard because it's a very so many people, so many good player, right? So maybe you can share a bit about Brazil league. But you play in
Brazil.
second, I think it's quite good for you.
Yeah, it's very good to be in shape because in Brazil we play against very good quality players because many of them didn't play in first division. They are in first division, but they didn't was playing, and so they moved to second division to get more opportunities. So the level is quite equal, and the third division is very tough as well. I didn't play third division yet in my life, so I cannot say too much, but watching the games is completely equal to the second division. Many clubs from the third division could be in the second division, and many clubs from second division could be in third division. So at that time, it's good for me to be in a good league, a strong league as Brazilian second division.
Okay, from point of your view, you think that if one day Malaysia player have a chance to play abroad, you think suitable for Malaysia player to play abroad, and maybe you have one name, maybe you can remember who's can give a chance to play outside.
Yeah, of course. I remember a few players that I play against them, and I have three names here that I think is really outstanding in Malaysia. At that time when I was in Malaysia, I like to watch them playing. Is Arif from JDT.
Arif Aiman.
Arif, I think he is right winger.
Yeah, right winger.
Faisal Halim is Selangor now.
Yes,
I play against them against Terengganu, and he was very light, very fast player. His dribbling skills is completely outstanding. It's not easy to find. And Darren Lok is a very good player. Yeah, I play against him. He was in PJ City, and I could see some skills that was interesting for one striker. And for me, it's three players that I like to see playing. I like to watch them play. And for me, it's three very good players in Malaysia.
Maybe which league you think that's suitable for that player that you play for China or maybe Brazil or Dubai?
I think they are the kind of player that can play in Europe. Europe, I don't know, but I think Arif can play in like Bundesliga, this kind of league with more strong defenders because he's very fast, very light. So uh, Faisal Halim as well for me is the kind of player who likes to play against a strong defender because they are a little bit more not that fast, a little bit slow, and they are very fast, very light. And his dribbling skills is very nice, very very nice. I
During
appreciate it.
you during you at Malaysia, you try Malaysia food?
I tried one time in Shalan. Was a kind of it's a kind of space with many Malaysian food, local food, and I tried one time because I was doing one job with the media from Selangor, and then I asked them to advise me on Malaysia food because I have to taste it. So I tried to eat one time, but was just one time.
You remember the name? What's food?
I don't remember. So what I just remember is was very spicy. So it's not my tasty, but it was very spicy. But it was nice to try.
Maybe you just only 1 year right in Malaysia. What you miss the most about Malaysia? Maybe the people, the fan, maybe your player in
I
Selangor.
miss the kind of people because I was in Dubai before. Dubai is completely different world. It's not a it's not a city, it's not a country, it's like a different world. And I am Brazil now. I know about the Brazilian future, but the kind of people in Malaysia, they look so normal, so human. So it's very nice to be between them. We can talk. The way from Shalan to KL, I was living KL at that time. I always try to stop in Starbucks to have a coffee, and the manager from this coffee sometimes sit in my table to just talk with me like normal people, and this was what I miss in Malaysia, the kind of people. That's why my plan is to back to Malaysia as soon as possible.
So what's your idol in your football? Which player? Who's your idol?
My idol is Ronaldo Phenomenal.
Oh,
I
okay.
watch too much about Ronaldo Phenomenal, but I have many players that I try to use their quality or their thinking. I watch many players playing. So from my teenage was Thierry Henry, Ibrahimovic. Few months ago he was retiring. So Thierry Henry, Ibrahimovic, Didier Drogba, these kind of players. But my idol is Ronaldo Phenomenal.
Okay, my second last question is what's your favorite moment in Malaysia and Selangor, if you remember?
My score against Sabah, was very important for me, very important for me. And my score against Penang, was Pahang was very emotional for me. And I miss every day of training session in Selangor because the atmosphere was very nice. And with Coach Tan, I didn't play, but my commitment was still the highest one because I try to always respect the players and the coach Tan. So that's why I always give my maximum. And for sure, I miss this kind of moments in Malaysia.
Okay, my last question is what's your words to Malaysia fans, Selangor fans that always support you during you at Selangor?
For the Selangor fans, I say thank you. Thank you. Was not an easy time for me there in Selangor, but I understand their emotion. So they are feeling, because when I was really young, I have my favorite team in Brazil. So I went in the stadium to support the team, support the club. And sometimes when you don't win the games, it's really frustrating for the fans. So I understand them. But I have to say, don't let Selangor. Keep fighting, keep supporting Selangor, because this club is very big. It's very big. I remember my first time in Selangor training center. I see one picture in the wall, and the stadium was completely yellow, and it's a beautiful picture. And then I could feel a little bit how is the feeling from a Selangor fan. So keep supporting the club, and I hope as soon as possible they can be champion of the league.
You still follow Malaysia League?
Sometimes because the time is completely bad for me. The training session here in Brazil is very strong, so I need to appreciate my sleep time. So sometimes, but yeah, but I always, when I woke up or maybe one day later, I try to watch the highlights to see how was the game. I watched the highlights now against JDT, was 2-0 JDT. So I could watch the highlights, and not only from Selangor, but different clubs, Sabah, Terengganu, Kedah.
All right, thanks Yuri for your time. Really appreciate it. I hope one day you can come back to Malaysia and then show what you have.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the opportunity to talk with you, to talk with the Malaysian people, the fans from Malaysia, not only from Selangor, but the Malaysian fans. I'm very happy to be talking about Malaysia now. I really miss Malaysian country, Malaysian football, and Malaysian people. So thank you and have a good time.
I wish you all the best. I hope next year you will come back to Malaysia League.
Yeah, inshallah. Thank you very much. All the best.
Good night. All the best.
Thank you.